Interesting.
Hello, boys.
What's up, Sagitas?
Hey, it's all good. Uh,
Good to see you, my bro.
same, same. I'm just gonna clean my screen so I see you better. How are you? How are you doing, both?
Uh, well, I'm grateful. Mark was just saying how he's overstimulated.
Okay. Hey, Mart. We haven't said good hi for some while. Or, I haven't met you on one.
This is Ronald's son.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Pleasure meeting you. What is overstimulating for you, Mart?
uh, Trying to see the lessons in the lecture I was just attending, when most of the information you have heard already, and it is then looking for the little bits that they are telling you that are different. It's partially also a refresher, so
Mm.
to keep mental awareness and not just slip into I heard this before. I'm just present, but not present in a way.
Mm.
It's a to stay constantly in the active mode of absorbing information. It can be quite much.
Mm.
All right. Does I understand you that you went to the same lesson and you get information, but information you assume that you already know, and the challenge is to stay present anyways and hear what you don't know in the same lesson.
Uh, a lot of the information is told many times, and so it's like, uh, especially this time, it was like 70% of the information I already knew. And then to stay conscious and be aware of when that little bit, as well as a refresher, of course,
Mhm.
to be aware for when the actual important things are being told, and really experience them can be the moments of actual important information can go by very quickly.
Mm.
So one thing I want to acknowledge the fact is that you're so beautifully present to the fact that you're listening actively because remember what Tony says, consistency or repetition is the mother of skill, consistency is the father of mastery. And these things are fundamental in allowing us to see the new nuances of recognizing. Tony's been sharing a lot of very similar content with evolution over the years for the last decades. And so as a result, what you're capable and able to represent and acknowledge is as a result, you're hearing things from a different perspective and map of the world. And as a result, it's giving you new highlights through a different lens. And so every single time we raise new stages of development and levels of consciousness by observing the fact that you're going to class or you're learning to something new, you're actually becoming a master. You're creating that level of repetition and it changes the way that you look at things. I think it's super important because you start seeing things from a different eye. So it's nice that you're
What I
doing
would
that
gather
actively.
from this bit of studying for myself, it was that his way of telling was very much grained in the practical experience, and his advice in how to operate in the sphere of the chemical industry, it was that something that is not taught, for instance, at university, that is very important, is the way in which you interact with people and convey your ideas, and how good of how good you are able to bring over and persuade the others in the good idea you have. And that skill is something that you should nourish and train.
Hmm. Brilliant. Brilliant. I agree. Mario, first time here. Good to see you.
Ah, good to see you, Eric. How you doing?
Grateful, brother. It's nice to be reconnected. Where are you, bro?
I'm in Cologne, Germany.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Home
I
spot.
played in my own arena. So the toning
Yes, you
event.
did. It's good to see
It's
you,
gonna
bro.
happen again. It's gonna happen again next year.
Yeah, it's gonna happen again next year. I'm looking forward. So I plan to be in the crew again, and then we will see. I loved it to be in the crew. It was amazing. I can remember the moment Eric and I, we see us again. First time we saw us was the trouble with the nice lady, with the nice Russian lady. Can you remember? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
but I don't see it was trouble. It was just an opportunity to connect.
Yeah, or this. Yeah, yeah. I loved your energy. I loved the action you take. It was amazing. It was so helpful for us as a crew. It bring a total different energy for us as well because we could mirror you and take this energy and yeah, play by the same rules. It was amazing. He was a very resourceful role model in this moment, and so I really appreciate to see you again. And yeah, that's the reason why I'm here today. The moment you shared with me this amazing group, Lighthouse,
Thank you, brother.
or
It
invited
really
me.
it really means a lot to me what you're sharing. Maybe for context purposes, you want to share what happened, just so that anybody that wasn't aware or available at that moment, it could be really a great lesson for a lot of people in terms of when there's a situation. Because this was the first day, this was the first moment that we walked in, right?
Yes, it was the whole day was really special for me because actually I was in the my group was the background, the bronze guys. Not actually, I wasn't in the group for the platinum and the diamond members. So the leader of the platinum and diamond section asked me because my attitude if it would be possible to support the team in the front. So it was nice. It was a yeah. And then there was a situation that this emotional Russian lady thought she can sit in the middle of the section. But yeah, this part was blocked for the platinum members and not for the diamonds. And we really
And she
had,
didn't
I call
know.
it trouble now. Sorry?
And she didn't know this. She didn't know this because
Yeah,
there
yeah,
wasn't enough.
but Eric, no
Right.
one knows this. No
Yeah.
one's.
Yeah.
No one's. It was spontaneous that we got the message, and yes, and actually the truth is that creators sold the tickets for all the diamond members, and not and no one knows that it is blocked or that this section is blocked for the platinum members, and it was a really special situation. And to learn communication, it was amazing because it is how it is. People that can buy the diamond tickets, some of them have a big ego. And yeah, you have to manage this. And then we have this one lady. She was crying. It was really emotional for her that she cannot sit in this section. And yes, you saw it. You interact and help her. Talk to me if there is a possibility to find another seat, a good seat, and yes. And I love to see your action. I love to see your energy. It was amazing. The sparks jump over to me, and it helps me really. It really helps me to start the conversations with the other people that really been in trouble for their self. Yes, and couldn't understand what's happened in the moment, that it's not allowed to sit there. And yes, it was really helpful. Yeah. And then after we found the solution, we both saw us again. Yeah, I don't know, what was the second day or the third day? I think it was the
Yeah, of
second
course.
day. I don't know.
It was constant. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I think the greatest gift of this was recognizing that there's always a solution and that we just need to get curious about what the needs of that person were, right? Because what I observed multiple times is that she was just being pushed from one space to another, and then when I recognized that, I needed to do something about it. And I think that this goes in life, like when we see something in our vicinity that doesn't resonate with our inner being, we have an opportunity and a responsibility to choose to intervene, right? Tony says, "Get out of the way, or I'll figure this out," right? Like, but the truth is that there's a lot of space of compassion there, and I think that was the greatest part, is just deciding and committing that in that moment, what can we get curious about, and I'm really grateful that you're sharing this, because I think that we learn a lot by observing others. I do anyways. I learned so much by just watching people, and so. Thanks for this share, Mario. It's so good to see you, bro. I'm so grateful you're here, man.
Thanks.
Legend. Tennessee, what's up? How's it going?
Hi, how are you? Mario,
Amazing.
I was just on a call with Janice, actually, funny enough. Uh, somebody we realize we know in common. So yeah, really good. Getting through this eclipse day energy. And I'm gonna have to, I will change my phone soon. Just to let you know. I'll get out, but I'll come back in. So let me in, please. And yeah, I actually have something I wanted to read for the group, if that's okay. It's
Cool.
just one small thing.
Of course.
I just feel like being today, I am also in a group for land work, spiritual land work group. And we've been doing this land work support, a lot of work and energy work around Uluru in Australia. So we've done for Egypt early in the year, and then now we're doing for Uluru. And so we, the lady who leads the group, she got permission from the Aborigines to do the work with them, which was very special. And we've been doing that for the last 2 months, and we just finished. And so basically, one of the ladies shared something that she channeled, and I just felt was so relevant for what we've been talking the last few days on our calls. Even the ones I didn't join, I listened to them, and I think there's a theme. And and I feel like I just felt very drawn. I asked permission for the person who posted it that I could read to you guys. And I'll read now. So it says, it's all about you, your voice, your truth, no one else's, your gentle, loving, soulful voice and spirit. Can you hear me?
Yep.
No. The rainbow serpent was very clear that I am not leading you. You are the leader, the guider. Release the anger and the fear, for it's not yours. Release your strength. It's like the mountain. Your wisdom is in the heart of the mountain. Tap into the heart, your heart, mountain heart. For that is why you're here. Your eyes are your creational force and flow. Be like a stream, a river, gentle, slow, calm, still moving, always moving. It's all about you, your desire, your space, your time. Take time to get to know this true you. So I just felt it was very relevant for all of us. We've been talking, I think Eric's been talking also so much about that, you know, and we've been talking about following our path, finding our truth. I feel there's no coincidence, or even the situation with this lady. There's absolute reason why it wasn't anyone else but Eric that was there. There's absolutely no better person I could feel like that could have been there beside her to give exactly what she needed at that moment, which was safety, feel safe, feel heard, feel seen. And I think sometimes that's all we need, isn't it? We just want to feel heard. We want to feel seen. And you created that space of safety for her there, which was very special. And yeah, and you're doing the same here for us in the group, creating the space, the magical space for all of us. So to connect and to build, and even though we're in different countries, different cultures, different stages of our lives, different business, different ideas, different stage of business, still in here we are like one, and we're all so equal, and there's no difference. Like we're all, you know, and everybody here has something to add value to others, but also to receive value from others. And I feel super special, and the energy is super strong today. I'm just trying to stay grounded, to be honest. I have my crystals around because it's just been interesting day. But I just felt it was like super special. So yeah, and I wanted to share. So I think that's for me now.
I really wanna
Thank you.
appreciate and acknowledge this wisdom that you share with all of us, because it's so relevant, and to be able to share that means that you can see that within yourself. So we often see what we have, right? And so we can only share what we have already inside of us. And this is extreme power, is to be able to express oneself with that level of congruence, and to be willing to share that in an open space where you are able to also be seen, be heard, and be appreciated and understood, is really profound. Because one of the things, and I want to share this because like I remember seeing Sage once, like 2019 in Date with Destiny. I was like, I love Tony so much. I was like such a fanboy still then, you know, like, oh my God, I love Tony. And she laughed at me and she's like, Eric, you know, what you see in him, you have in you. And I didn't get it in that moment. I didn't understand it. It didn't make sense to me. Like, what do you mean? You know, but that's the truth, is what we see in one another. It's inside of all of us. So what we see in Tony, what we see in whether it's good or bad, by the way, right? It's already inside of us, because everything and everyone is a mirror. And when we start to learn from everything and everyone as the mirror, we start to actually discover our true wisdom. This is my perspective, anyways.
Definitely. The thing that we most reject on people is what we reject within ourselves. So
100%.
that's absolutely 100%. I agree, Eric. So I do have to ask, not to break, but it's really calling my attention. Sigitas, is that two unicorns kind of
Yeah,
above your
making love.
head? Sorry, it's really calling my attention for some reason. You have two unicorns making.
No,
Making love.
it's a spaceman and a unicorn hanging
All
in
right.
space.
I had to ask, sorry, because I was really drawn. Like I have everybody here, but that was calling me. That was just calling me for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know if you see this. Yeah.
This is brilliant. This is the best.
Thanks for
The
asking.
spaceman with unicorn. I love it. It's actually a good representation. So spaceman is all about technology and the material, and then you have your unicorn hugging and making it. That's what we try to do here, right? I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Padrin, do you want to share a little bit about yourself, brother? It's good to see you here, man.
Good to see you, Eric, too. Very nice to meet you, everyone. I don't know what we're doing.
Just share about yourself, bro. Share your magic, what you're up to in the world. We are just talking.
Well, basically, I'm a behavior analyst. I am associated in a marketing agency, and I sometimes I have a special talent or gift, if you want to call it, where I can look at someone's face and tell how they feel, how they behave, and sometimes see glimpses of their past. Now, basically, that all depend. I'm training right now to make it better. Right now, it's purely dependent on my state. If I'm in a shitty state, I can't do it. If I'm in a good state, I can. Basically, that's how I met a lot of people in the Tony world, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a way to integrate that into a code. So that will take a little bit of time. I'm in Bucharest, Romania. I live in Eastern Europe. I love it here, so I don't think I'll ever leave. So I'm just happy to be here, and I want to meet you guys. What you are up to.
It's good
So
to
yeah,
see you, brother. It's been a while.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So
This is me.
It's
Who's
good to have
next?
you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Sorry?
Glad to be here. To be here.
Yes. Yes. And how's the behavior analyze how are you sensing it right now with all of us?
Me, to be honest, it's very interesting. Like because I mean everybody is different after all, and everybody. It's funny because I can say that how we are all of us. You want me to like the energy of the group or what? Because some are here to learn, some
Well,
are
you
here to
tell
give,
me,
some are
this
here
is
to have
your
fun.
gift, bro. This is your gift.
Okay.
You tell me. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no rules here,
Well,
bro.
good. Well, I will just say that, as I said, some are here to learn. So to see what they can accomplish, what they can learn. Some are here to basically to give, to provide. Some are here to just connect and to find basically new friends. After all, I feel like Tennessee is one of those people. You correct me if I'm wrong. Um,
For what? Say it again.
that you're here to connect, basically, connect to share, to
Uh,
have experiences together.
but definitely, connection is one of my main human needs. I love and connection. So I'm always apt to connect with people. I love being around people. So, so
That's
yes.
amazing. Thanks for Same for Mario. Thank you so much for sharing that story. That was very interesting. This was for UP. It happened in Köln, like the last UPW, like the story that you just told. You're muted.
Oh, I must unmute. Sorry. Yes, in this September.
I see.
Well,
That's amazing.
2 weeks
I
ago,
mean,
a week ago. Yeah, it was special. A lot of it was a really special time for me because it was the first time I'm growing, and I was a participant 4 times before, 3 times in person, 1 time virtual, and then 1 time 2019 Date with Destiny in Miami, Palm Beach. And it was so different to see the whole event from a different perspective and to bring my own personality and energy and gifts through the participants and to the same time learn, like the story I shared with Eric, and to come on a total different way in connection with the other people and to see what for resource I can be just to be there. That the people has an anchor, have orientation, and it was amazing. It was amazing for me. It was, I would say, a lot of time I struggled in the past. What does it mean to have your why? You know, to be in this energy, to have a why. I struggled with it. I thought about it and say, okay, good. In this context, in the other context, and never had this feeling from lightness, from that's totally normal. Yeah, and I'm still in my energy because we started in the morning at 6 a.m. finished in the night after the fire walk at 2 a.m. I slept an average 4 hours for the whole week. So, and I was still in this energy. And I was not there to learn. Yeah, I learned on the passive way, but the first way was to support, to deliver, to be there for you as participants. And it was so crazy. I left this event every night with a full battery. Yes, with a full battery. And that is so different, so different. And now for me, if I give them an evaluation, I would say it is close to the thing when I say, okay, now I understand what it means to live by your why, to be in an environment where you can live your why, or you with people where you can live your why, or you do something where you can live your why. But with the classic Tony flu that I had after the event, I learned that when you're in this high emotional state, it makes sense to give yourself a rest, because I don't take the chance to give me an hour or 1.5 hour rest during the day. I was all the time in action, 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 and in this energy. And so that is a big learning as well, to say, take your rest. Not relevant how good it feels in this moment. Be careful with yourself. And yes, there are a lot of things. I can talk if you want, but we're here to share. And I want to know, you've been on this event this year? You've been on this event this year?
No, but I've been in the Tony community for a very long time, for 3 years.
For 3 years, okay.
Yeah.
And when was your last event in person?
I've been to only one event in person, actually.
Oh,
To
you've been
UP,
to one?
UPW 2021. Basically, I did
2021.
I did two virtual UPWs. After the second, I bought my tickets to fly to Orlando to West Palm Beach to do it in person, and I did Day to Destiny virtual as well. Then some more. I forgot how many UPW I did. I think 7 so far, and one Day to Destiny, and I also did leadership this year. So I pretty familiar with everything works. But I never. It's amazing that you grew there. Like that must be completely different. What I've seen from the people who grew, it's completely different. Actually, being a participant in the event. So
Yes.
thank you for your support. Basically, I'm sure people are very grateful for that.
Yes, but I have a question.
Yeah.
You shared with us your gift.
Okay.
And when you say you've been on Tony 2021 in person, how was it for you with this gift in an arena with so a lot of people around you? And can you share with us?
It's
How was it
basically
for
done
you?
on one-on-one. Okay, it's basically done on one-on-one basis.
Okay.
I can show you with one of you if you want right now. I think I can do it today. So basically, like have you ever done Date with Destiny? Any of you?
Sorry again?
Have any of you done Date with Destiny?
Yes. Yes, I have.
All right. So basically, in Date with Destiny, in the first day, I think, or I don't know, Eric, I think you remember this. There's an exercise where you basically go back to a traumatic experience, or basically to different experience that you've had that involved other people. And as part of the meditation and of the exercise, Tony tells you to get into the body of the other person and see how they felt then. And you actually, in that exercise, when you do Date with Destiny, you will see that. Actually start feeling the feelings that that person felt in those moments. So as a way to help you heal and integrate, to see basically what was in their head when they did those things to you, or why they said those things that hurt you. So it's easier for you to get over and to heal. You remember that, Eric?
Do I remember going into the meditation,
Yeah.
or do I remember going into and spending time? So
This
on the
meditation,
first day,
this specific meditation.
the first meditation you're speaking to of the Diksha, right?
Diksha?
Yeah, so when we get the blessings.
No, no, that's day 2. No. After Ho'oponopono on the first day.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, you'll see. But basically, what happens is that I can do that consciously. So I don't have to get into a meditation to do those things. So that's why I've used this for people, especially to help them understand things that are holding them back, to help them understand themselves better. Why can't I find the right partner? Why can't I find can't I make more money? Why, blah, blah, why? So basically, it's easier for me when I have a question, I can look for the answer in that person. I can just say what comes consciously, but it's better when I do it target.
I have a question
Yeah.
because I am a family constellation practitioner, and basically we can do that. But I also sense too. I sense in my body as well everything from the person. But I wanted to know which training exactly you're doing for
I
that.
didn't do any training. Basically, I'm a trained psychological profiler. So basically, I did a
Okay.
certification from
No, because you
I'm
said you were doing. I
certified.
was just curious. You said you
No,
were learning or something, and it sounds very interesting. I just want to know which one you did.
this is a gift I discovered. But I can at another call I can show you guys. I can between 10 minutes. It takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes to learn what I do. So it's not that hard.
Well, you do the guys. I'm gonna be jumping in off like now. I'm gonna change my phone because I'll be driving. But I can't wait. Do some to one of the guys there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want
please
to see
do
it.
it.
I want
Do
to
it.
see it.
Do it now. Not. We
All
don't have
right.
to do it on another call, Quadrin.
Oh, okay.
Do it
Who wants to
now.
Yes, do it
volunteer?
now. I will just
I'm
rejoin.
happy.
Eric, add me on the accept me again. I'm just gonna rejoin on my phone. So
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
happy to do. I'll invite you for sure. Of course. Let's do it.
Okay. So, do you have a question or a specific challenge that you want to take care of right now?
My challenge right now is to raise funding for
I know.
our organization.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. Look into the distance, look into the camera, like I just need to see your face for 1 minute. Yeah, I can see you've done a lot of inner work. I mean, I think it was obviously, but basically the first thing that comes to mind is that you had to you're a different person now than you were like I don't know, 10 years ago or 15 years ago. I mean, obviously everyone becomes, but for you it's different. I feel like you've chosen a different path in life at some point. I don't know if that's true. Is that correct, or am I saying bullshit? Let's test.
Of course, yeah. It's a conscious decision every day.
Okay. Basically, I think what you said about your business, you you have powerful manifestation. You can do powerful manifestations, and you are an extremely spiritual person. However, hmm, okay. However, sometimes, again, you confirm if it's right or wrong. This is what comes to mind. Sometimes there's a dissonance between the spiritual life and the real. Basically, you sometimes you may tend to get, maybe in the past, I don't know if that's still the case, so much in your head or so much in your spiritual practice that you lose touch with reality and with the day-to-day things that need to be done. So what that means is basically that usually people your type, with your personality type, have somebody, I don't know if you have somebody like this, but they have somebody who they pay, basically either a virtual assistant or basically an employee or something that takes care of all their stuff that needs to be done for them so they can focus on the very important things. Basically, there are artists, managers, entrepreneurs. So what I would say basically is that the challenge is that what I feel is that more action needs to be taken. You literally more action needs to be taken for those things, but at the same time, you are not necessarily the one who's supposed to take the action. You're the one who's supposed to integrate, to communicate, to vision, to attract. then you will need either a friend, or of course you can do it too if you want to, if you want to focus on that thing. But you basically need a friend or somebody who can actually like make the phone calls, schedule the emails, make the PowerPoints, all the things that needs to be done on the basis in order to energy into the idea so you move forward. This is what I see. I hope it, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
I have a very major team around me, so there's
Perfect.
you're very
Okay, perfect.
you're very correct. I have a lot of people around me that help me integrate a lot of the things that they do with the amazing skills that they have, and it's a responsibility that I've recognized because there's so much moving parts. And so recognizing that there's gifts alongside me and that people get to amplify their gifts as a result of unifying their unique expressions so that they can continue to shine alongside all together.
That's perfect. Okay. So basically, then this is it. You're going in the right direction. You just need more time.
Well, I mean, time is an illusion, I believe. And I also, one thing you said is there's extreme spirituality. So there is no extreme, there's only infinite. And there's no limits to anything. Everything around us is spiritual and everything around us is consciousness. So one thing that I really want to acknowledge is that the moment that we start creating that level of separation or kind of lower or higher, then we start separating ourselves from each other. And so it's super important that we pay attention to the infinite intelligence that's coming through everything and everyone, because what that does, it allows us to listen to the mirror. And one of the great teachers, I think it was Hippocrates, he said, and maybe correct me, it might be Socrates. I don't know. I'm not searching on the quote, but he said the smartest people recognize the mirror, or that everyone or everything has something to teach them. And so one of the things that I've learned to listen to is everything, because everything is something that is pure source consciousness. Consciousness is everywhere. Intelligence, whether it's subconscious, even if somebody is completely unconscious to their nature and what they want to communicate, it's still a level of wisdom that's coming through their unconscious if you're listening to the consciousness. And that's what's beautiful, because we start paying attention to really an intelligence that may be completely unaware to that person's awareness. But what it does is it gives us the ability to see what we choose to see.
I understand. I see. Thanks for sharing and thanks for letting us know. It's a very interesting point of view.
Thank you.
For me,
Thank
I'm
you for your gift.
Yeah, I'm very I'm going to be extremely grounded, even though I am also a very spiritual person. For me, it's very hard not to make the separation, because for me, if I do, nothing gets done. Like I get into state, and basically I could stay there forever. So for me, integrating those parts, it's not it.
Yeah, so maybe the opportunity versus the challenge is to embodying it and recognizing that it's in your physiology that everything is around you, because the state change is physiology first, right? And
Yeah.
so the sooner that we anchor everything into our bodies, the more that we start feeling the infinite intelligence of our heart's wisdom communicating to our bodies. So the mind, and yesterday it was so fascinating. We had a conversation with Brian Bradley on our podcast. And Brian actually, he brought up a very good point, is the mind will give up before the body ever does. It'll give up first. And the body is telling us consistently it's communicating with us. But what most of us struggle to listen to is the wisdom of our body's intelligence. But that comes through the vibration of our heart's wisdom, because our body is 85-90% water, right? So the vibration of our heart's intelligence is communicating through the water in our body, and if we choose to listen through the body or the water of our body, then it's always communicating. And that's what coherence does. And so that's when you bring these two together, as Tony says, and you harmonize that heart's intelligence. Because now you're completely leading from the heart. And so your physiology moves you with such a level of communication that it brings absolute certainty to any environment, because it's your body, it's your being, right?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So that
Thank you
will
for that.
give you the anchor of consciousness in any environment that you create. And so you'll never actually have to be in your head and be dead, because you're consistently in your heart and focused on your imagination directed into faith.
I see. Thank you for this message. Really helpful. But yeah,
I
so
love it.
if anyone else wants to try it, I'm happy to help.
Anybody else wants to go?
No. Well, I have a different question. It's like, you have shared and helped now. What do you need? Let me be the person to ask it this time. What do you need?
I love it.
You touched upon it already a little bit about what you think you need, but what do you need?
Yeah. Honestly, right now it's just a question about harmonizing myself and actually healing stuff, because I have a very interesting, so a lot of stuff happened, and even though right now I'm in a very good place and I'm grateful that everything I need, there's still so much I want to do starting forward, and I have time. Oh, as Eric said, time is a little, but I can't fully commit myself to what I want to do because I still have things holding me back. Even though everybody says let go of your past, blah 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 blah, actually letting go of your past and healing and having the behavior in your body and in your mind to take the right steps are two completely different. Because you can say that to somebody who goes through a divorce, somebody who's in war or something. Sometimes there's more to it than just an emotion and mental heat. And so right now I'm trying to find the best way possible for me to make sure that I have everything I need to finally free myself, everything that happens, so I can move forward and actually do the shit I want to do. Because I have a lot. And not just for me, for my business. So if you have any insight, I'm happy to listen.
I have a question.
Yes.
What's your reason
For what?
for why you do what you do? What's your why?
I want to heal my nation. That's why I'm not leaving.
What does that mean, heal your nation?
I want for the first time in our history for us to be a people that leads themselves and are not led or suppressed by others.
Okay.
So people have to heal emotionally and live a happy life and are financially abundant in my whole country.
And so what does that mean for you specifically in terms of actions that need to be taken?
First of all, I
Because
need, yeah,
this reason, if you're here to heal your nation and you want to lead them or help them lead themselves, what's required is for you to lead yourself first, right?
that's what I'm trying to do right now. I've taken
There's
a lot
no
of
try,
external action. Sorry.
no try, there's just do.
I know. I will do it in the end.
Good. Maybe you're already doing it. Oh, I think we froze.
It's very interesting. I see the whole theme around trying and hope. that it was in yesterday's call as well, wasn't it? That you were
Yeah,
saying, I think to JJ maybe,
yeah.
was around
Yeah, sorry.
try, right? So very interesting, the theme going on.
Right, because
Yeah.
most people are stuck in that language pattern of trying, and they forget that it's by doing. The mind immediately when it says try, it's like it's almost like it puts itself into this stuck momentum where when we're doing, when we activate the acknowledgement of acknowledging ourselves of doing, then we're making it happen and we're taking that consistent action, and that action creates the mastery. And then as a result, we're getting the feedback from the external world to give us the consistency of where we're moving forward towards. So it sounds like
And
the towards goals, right, are about, integrity, right, Kadrin?
Yep. But I don't have a try problem because I know I'll do that. And I'm sure I'll do that. I have at least 70 more years ahead of me. So, and even if I die, then somebody I will teach will do it. So basically, in the end, that's going to happen. Problem is that I want to make it happen faster, and I want to to be able to live integrated and to live a happy life, and to actually enjoy my mission, not be a struggle for me. Which is kind of what's happening right now. I mean, it's not a struggle; it's something that drives me after a while. Otherwise, I would have given up a long time ago. I had that drive. I have a strong reason why. I don't have the tools yet, emotionally, to get into the state that will help me get to my goals, if it makes sense.
From what I also have in the last couple weeks, days, and whatever, talking with Eric as well, I can see you doing it right now is being more conscious about the words that you use. I can see you already shifted some words in how you talk. And one of the things you said before is about letting go of the past. You can frame it totally different in a term of acceptance and gratefulness of what has come before, because that led to who you are now and who you will become. It's a change in some little words and the meaning and the perspective those bring that can make all the difference.
I see.
And
I
I just wanted to say, yesterday I didn't join the call I was listening to. It was around try the word. I was in a call with Alex. That's why we didn't join. But he was using hope. I hope to do this and I hope to do this. And I said the same thing, because hope is the same energy as try, and it's the same idea. So what Eric just said was about, you being the leader of your life, right? So you want to lead the country for change, you need to change yourself, and you need to be the leader of your own life. And one of the qualities of leaders is that they do it, right? They're doers, so they take the chance, they take some level of risk, but when we use these words like, oh, I might try, I try, I hope, we are in a way not committing to ourselves, but also hiding away and not taking full responsibility. Because it's easy to say, well, I tried, it didn't work out, but I tried. But so you're not fully committed to yourself and to your journey. And I think this question, again, as Eric was saying, time is an illusion, and this thing that we want to get there fast, it like we shouldn't control. You need to know where you want to get to, but we shouldn't control the journey. We should enjoy and learn through the process, and especially around time, because we want everything for yesterday, but we have to be realistic as well, because otherwise, we will create reasons to try to control. These are things that we try to control, but also we will create reasons to self-sabotage as well. It's like, oh, I went super fast, it's not happening, so I'll give up. Or, I'm not saying your case, I'm just saying general. Okay, so just let you know. And then I find that we create these goalposts or these things that expectations that we create in a way that sometimes we need to have goals that are ambitious, but we need to be realistic as well. Am I moving? Am I doing? Like, am I actually doing it? So sitting and hope it's not an option. The universe will give you all the full support when you are walking, even if you don't know where you're walking towards, and you think you might be in the wrong way. It's going too slow. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you go, as long as you're going. I think that's the most important thing. And sometimes we're being fast forward and be like, la la la, everything happening at once. And then sometimes it just slows down, right? And it's like, I was Korean as well with Mario, and I had the same. We were in crazy energy, and I'm very jealous that Mario's got an average 4 hours sleep, because I had an average 2 to 3 hours sleep every night. So I'm very jealous of that. And and then after, when I came, I slept for 80% of the rest of the entire week. And my
Wow.
head was telling me, oh my God, I have to move, I have to do something, and I have to start working, I have to do this. And my body was like, nope, no, no. Even if I would drop my daughter to school and come back and I would sleep, have a snooze or something. My body could not have. And I had to listen to it, and I had to slow everything down. But then since Saturday, things are going really fast. Really, really fast. And it's crazy. I'm like, wow, I literally needed to recharge my entire body so I could handle the fast forward that's coming. And I am one of the things, I like really letting go of this idea and illusion of control. We control nothing, and especially outside ourselves. All we can control maybe is ourselves and how we choose to show up, how we choose to be, who we want to be. And and just always be true to ourselves. Like the reading I was doing earlier is just be who you really are. And just always know, if you're given this gift because somebody was telling me today, oh, maybe you seem to have a special gift. I was like, I don't think I'm special in any way. So I feel a huge responsibility. If anything, it's a huge responsibility. And I just feel like I need to lead by example. So if I'm helping people to heal, I need to heal myself first. I have to do the thing. If I'm telling people don't try to control time, I need to remind that myself. We're not perfect. We are all work in progress. While we're humans, we're all work in progress. Nobody's better than anybody. So I don't mean to say a lot, but I just feel like this is so strong, and it's just coming in really strong to be said. And I feel in general, there needs to be a deconstruction of the negative ego. I'm not saying you again, okay, don't think that. I'm just talking very general terms. The deconstruction of the negative ego, right? And then we can be our real selves, our essence. So that's my 2 cents, and it just felt so strong, and I have no idea where this came from because I didn't think I was going to say anything. But
one of the things I want to touch on these points, because you mentioned something that kind of contradicts itself, is having ability to surrender and not have control, but then also being realistic. Realistic is an experience of the egoic mind. Okay, so there is nothing realistic when you tap into infinite possibilities. So allowing that magic to come through has to be a byproduct of surrender and trusting into the element of what's possible that we don't know that we don't know. So as a result, making sure that hearing and listening to that infinite spark of intelligence allows that true surrender, because as you know, there is no control. So as you mentioned, so just one thing I really want to recognize, because whenever anybody tells me that I need to be realistic, I say, I don't think so. You don't know the magic. So,
No, but by the way, I'm gonna rephrase that. And like what I meant was by being realistic is like I want to be a successful entrepreneur, but I just sit in my ass and I do nothing.
Yes.
Right. That's what I mean by being
you.
realistic on yourself, right? You know, if you say I'm putting on the work, I'm showing up, I'm trying, I'm going in these these groups, I am gonna coach. Okay, so you put in the work. So then you put the work, you do your part, and then you allow magic to happen. You allow the universe also to guide you. You know, this is what I meant more like being realistic in the sense of, because there's a lot of people I want to win the lotto, but then don't even buy the tickets.
Yeah.
Right. But that's just what I meant. You know, I know exactly what you mean, and you know, and yeah. Sorry, but very good point.
That's great. Thank you for clarifying.
What you mean in the sense of, sure, you want to have room for magic to happen, but the first step is also set yourself up for success, and then be acceptant for the magic to happen. And if you set yourself up very well for success, the magic does the more.
Yep, I agree.
The Jews, actually, the Jewish have we ask in the Bible, we have a proverb, like in the book, is like, prepare your horse for battle, but remember that victory is only at God. Victory is in God's hand, basically. So, yeah.
Preparation means luck, and then all of a sudden, or sorry, when preparation means opportunity, they call that luck.
Yeah.
Right? So it's beautiful, right? It's really beautiful, and it's so important we continue to navigate from that place. Before we go, because I only have 5 minutes left before my next meeting, I wanted to see, Alex, based off of yesterday's or the last couple of days of your integration, if you wanted to share any insight, Alex, with Quadrant based off of your kind of breakthroughs in the last couple of days. Alex, are you here?
Oh, I'm here. I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym right now. I hope you can hear me.
Do you want to share? Would you like to share anything with Quadrant? I think just maybe some of your insights might be valuable.
Sure. Yeah, of course I can. Give me 1 second. So, I mean, there was a lot happening in the last 2 days, actually, again. I was able, like, my insight for myself from the calls I had yesterday with Tennessee and from the call on Monday, I could, really clean up everything that I had to clean, like from my home and my place and everything and inside. And then a lot of coincidences happened. Like my ex-girlfriend texted me all of a sudden, like we were having talking for months. Then I need a lot of rest right now. So there's a lot of process happening right now, which I'm integrating. But what I really did was this journal, and I wrote everything down that's in my mind, my head, and
it's really hard to hear you, bro. It's really hard to hear you.
Well, then, give me 1 second. I mean, it's very loud here in the gym. Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Better, yeah.
Oh, wait, let me just. Yes, I think it's better now. So, yeah, I mean, we were talking about surrendering. We were talking about know what you want, know your outcome. And a very important thing, you also said this on Monday, Eric, was don't try, do. And you said again today, Tennessee as well. So there's a real thing, there's a power in your words that we all use and use them so unconsciously and so frequently that we're not aware of them. So this was like a big takeaway from me. I was always trying or hoping, and I wasn't aware of that. So that's why my results were like trying and hope. And we know what yesterday, Kennedy gave me like a very beautiful picture, which was the importance of why. Because if your why is strong enough, you will do it. So there's nothing holding you back. And we had like a simple exercise where I should ground myself, go outside, put my shoes off, but I had a big enough wire. I was resisting, and this resistance I use it in a small way, also in a big way. I wasn't aware of this, but I had a big enough Y, and you can just put this Y on everything, and then you go through it. I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so if your Y is big enough, you will just do everything that's necessary to do so. That's like my big internal change that I felt the last 2 days.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're a legend, brother.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
So
Alex.
grateful.
Very
So-
proud of you, Alex.
Yes. And this is what happens, bro. It changes immediately, right? Like a moment of change can happen, right? And it's in those moments of decision that our destinies become determined. So I just want to acknowledge you, brother, for taking that and recognizing it and stepping in fully, because it doesn't, the state changes in a moment. It's in a moment. So I love you guys. Codrin, it's good to see you. Mario.
Eric, just a question.
Go ahead.
Can we do like a finance call? I think it's very important to get the finances right. Maybe you can invite some people who are good in this topic and then shed some wisdom for the group.
Yeah, we can bring in I can bring in some of my family for sure at some point. Maybe tomorrow on the business integration call.
All right.
I agree. Please.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Big love. Talk soon.
Thank you. See you.
Much
Ciao.
love.
Thanks, Eric.